Hello, my lovely friends. It's Marta. Welcome back after such a long break. I've been missing you very much. And before I'll start the video, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's been supporting me, sending me nice messages, asking about me, my family, my son and his health. So thank you so kindly, everyone. I really appreciate you've been a part of my crafty family, and I couldn't be happier having such a wonderful friends like you. My friends, I am packing and some of the things I'll be leaving behind, so I'm trying to figure it out, the best way of using up all those cheap inexpensive supplies. I've come up with idea that I'll try to play up a little bit with the paint. I have this is very inexpensive paint, and all the supplies you see there. There's a glue, baby powder, and a paint. Everything, it's easy accessible. You can buy it in any supermarket. And I'm gonna be creating a texture paste, something it is budget friendly, especially for those who would like to be have a little bit more mixed media supplies. This is a great recipe to use up and try to see if you like it. So I hope you will enjoy this video, and if you do, please don't forget to say hi, to give a like and share it with your friends. Maybe they will like it too. So for my paste, I'm also adding a little bit of this pigment powder. This is a very inexpensive thing also you can add. If you don't have it, you can check any eBay, Amazon, or AliExpress pages. They have tons of those powders, and check the nail section, because these are used for nail artist or epoxy resin one, and these are cheaper than one you can find in a craft store, so that will save you lots of money if you buy it from nail artist section rather than crafting one. Or another idea for you to use, if you have very old eyeshadows which are shiny one, you can crush them up or mix them so they'll have this powder consistency, and this is also you can add to your texture paste to give them this nice color. I'm gonna be adding a little drop of the glitter. It's not gonna be very visible, however the glitter particles, they are way more chunkier than the powder itself. So if you like to have a little bit texture into your texture paste, this is the great way for using up old glitters. And you can see here I am aiming for consistency which is similar to the texture paste, and once I mix up all the elements, I am gonna be adding them to the piece of the cardstock. Whenever I work with the paints or texture paste, something which has the moisture, I always like to work on a spare piece of the paper. Do not add the texture paste straight to the card base, but rather work on a piece of the paper and then adhere it to my card. I do it for several reasons, because sometimes if it's too much moisture on your paints or texture paste, this could bleed from underneath, like from the other side. So having this spare piece of the paper, if it will bleed through the paper, once I will adhere it to the card base, I will have this nice clean surface of the card base on the inside, so it's not gonna be showing any bleeding. And another thing, it's way easier to back it up with additional piece of the paper or double-sided foam tape, just to flatten it up in case it's gonna get wonky from all the moisture. Now I'm gonna be trying it, and you can see here how much texture it has. It's so way more texture than I would just add the color as a paint on its own. And I do feel that whenever you mixture the paint with the baby powder and you add a little bit extra drop of the PVA glue, it actually bonding all together nicely. The glue is just holding everything, and I've noticed that on the texture paste when I tried before and I skipped the glue, it was kind of crushing off the card, but with the glue it's more likely to stay in place and just hold up nicely. I am backing up my piece with the spare piece of the gold cardstock, which I think it will add nice color. And once I was adding this gold matting layer, I thought I may actually want to add a little bit extra gold to my project. I have couple extra bits of the glitter shining through, but I thought it's not enough. Here you can see there's my little helper. He is currently home waiting for the next week, actually week after, because he is starting primary one, so he's super excited to go there. Now what I am doing to add a little bit extra gold to my card, I've put a piece of the sponge into the glue, and now I am just dabbing it randomly on my card. You can see here there's no rhyme and reason. I've just added, and then I am adding this gold foil on top of it. This is just a normal like heat transfer foil, but if you will use it with the glue, it will work well as well. And this is a great way to add the color. And if you don't have any glue, you can use double-sided tape as well. That will be a great way to add some gold strips to your card. I did had the video in the past when I was playing with the gold foil, so if I will have it, I will link it somewhere over here so you could have a look. Now once the glue is dry, you just need to wait a couple seconds for the glue to get tacky. You can then reveal it, and on the area where you had the glue, the foil is just adhering. It wasn't enough. I wanted to have a little bit more, so especially on those like a bumpy elements from the texture paste. So I grab my roller and I'm just rolling over it, and I use the same piece of the foil because I am going for the distress look, and I just want to have a little bit extra gold on my piece. I am using the heat tool just to help out, and here you can see it's way more gold than it was in the first place. Now once I reveal this gold foil, I really like the effect. However, I didn't like that the card was white, so for that I grabbed one of the Distress Oxide inks I had. I think the color I used was a mild lavender. I'll double check this one, but it's just something to add extra color, so the card it's not gonna be appear as white. And as soon as I spray it, you could see I dabbed the kitchen towel on top of it because I didn't want the oxide ink to mute the gold effect. So in the area when I had this gold foil, once I dab it with the towel, the gold color reveal itself, and it remained shiny as it was before. So once it's all ready, I am now ready to adhere this piece onto this gold matting layer I had, and then I will adhere it to my card. In the meantime, I also want to give you a little bit update on what's happening to the channel and to my removal. We are going home in October, so I still got 2 more months, but it is a lot to prepare, especially that we are moving from outside European Union back to EU, so there's lots of paperwork and other bits to prepare. I also need to tell you, my friends, that I was a little bit sad knowing that some of the cooperation I have and some things I'm doing, they will have to end, but apparently the world doesn't take vacuum, and as soon as one opportunities are closing, the another one are opening, and I'm super happy and excited to share with you a little thing. I've been approached by a few crafting companies which were interested to working with me, so I will have couple extra videos coming shortly, very shortly, to share with you a couple bits as well, so stay tuned. If you would like to find out and you don't want to miss it, then definitely click on notification bell so you'll be notified on the next videos. I'm not sure how oftenly I will be adding new videos in a time I am now packing and everything. But once I settle in back home after October, and as soon as I will have like a good internet connection, I'll be back in the full swing with my crafting. So that's one thing I can tell you for sure, that even though I may be less, you know, here on the YouTube, in the meantime I'm moving, I will be back in a full swing as soon as I settle in a new place. Now I add some flowers, couple of those leaves. These are spellbinders. I think this is a very old die, and I have that sticker. This one was from the Indigo Blue set. I was doing commission for the Indigo Blue magazine, so I had those stickers left over, and I've decided to use that one. And now it's time to pull this card together. It's nothing special, but it's so nice to be back. I was so I was impatient to be able to be back on crafting, but I had two other things I have to, it was engaging me, so I didn't have enough time for all, but it's so nice to be back. I'm so happy that I can, create and finally give a little bit more crafting juices to flow out, because I've been having so many ideas in my head now, especially after the break. I just didn't know what to create or where to start, because I was just wanting to create everything. So thank you so very much once again, everyone who's been with me, who's been watching all my tutorials, and you've been sharing them and helping me out to bounce back after not being here for some time. I really appreciate your help, and I'm already inviting you to check my next video, because I will be sharing with you something special there as well. In a second, I will show you a little close-up look on this card, because in this video there is the sunshine is playing up with me. You can see all the shadows from the stuff I have in front of me, but nothing I can do about that. I'm definitely gonna be taking care that in a new space I have, there will be my desk. It's not gonna be directly beside the window, so I will have the same, hopefully, nice lightening throughout all my new videos. Because there's lots of the gold in the card, I've decided to finish it off with this little half pearls I have. I've got the whole box with them mixture mixed in sizes, and I think this is just a cherry on the top for all the texture I have in this card, because even though it's fairly flat, there's no many layers, but all this like texture paste with the gold and with this like extra spray, this all uneven texture is just what making this card looking nice and beautiful, and I'm super delighted with it, how it all turned out. So once again, thank you so very much, all my friends, for being here, for watching, for everyone who's been watching up till now. Please let me know what's your favorite. Are you team gold or team silver? Do you like shiny cards or not? What is your favorite, like go-to color combination? Here you can see I've combined this gold with teal and a little bit of a lavender, and I think it's just looking lovely. Once again, stay blessed, my friends, and I wish you all a fabulous week, and I hope to see you shortly. Bye bye.